Today, we are taking over at Carlisle United. They are sitting in 23rd in League 2 at the time of recording of this video. And they are in dire need of a rebuild if they don't want to go down into non-league football and not be a part of FC25. So that's why Rebuild Sombrero today is stepping in at Carlisle United to fix the mess that the previous manager has left here. Take them to the next step, not only to League 1. First of all, of course, stabilizing the club in League 2, then taking them to League 1, to the Championship, and finally to the promised land, which is the Premier League. With this quite weak squad, we do need something like parking the bus as a tactical preset to be able to survive, especially in the first couple of seasons in EFL League 2. Not get down near the bottom of EFL League 2. I want to really want to progress this team. There is, however, one big but, as today the guys in the comments asked me to do something a little bit different. Signing only Indonesian players, so it's an Indonesia-only rebuild this time around. Going in for only Indonesians, but the problem is that there are not many, as you can see. Not many players from Indonesia. And so, as Indonesia are not there as a national team, I have chosen Carlisle United to overflow them with Indonesians and finally make them, of course, the best club in England. And that is why I have hired our default youth academy scout, Tommy Norris, who is a one-star scout. Potential to be an absolute fraud, but I've sent him to Indonesia for 9 months to find us some goalkeepers to start off with. Take a good old look at this squad, because at the end of the rebuild there will be probably not one single player of this team who will survive winning the Champions League with Carlisle United. It will be a whole different team, a whole team of Indonesian players. I would have hired a different scout, but hiring a few coaches to accommodate our players, to grow them into better players. We've only got 728k left in our budget, which is not even enough to buy a two-star scout. Our first signing of an Indonesian player with Carlisle United is done. Bringing in a new left back, a starter of course already, by the name of Nathan Cho Aon. I don't know if I butchered his name, this could happen more than once, but 1 million we had to pay for Swansea City for the services of the left back. A second one follows shortly after, going in for a new left midfielder, so the left side is already sorted out. By bringing in yet another Indonesian player, Eliano Reinders, maybe family with Reinders of Tijani Reinders of AC Milan, but he comes in for yet another million. I've actually decided to switch up the formation to a 4-4-2 flat. Reinders goes into the left midfield spot. Cho Aon goes into the left back spot. He's a big improvement on our left back before on Harper. But yeah, this system is already looking much better, and I'm much more confident that we can do something with a 4-4-2 flat, even in League 2. I'm not going to show you every single Youth Academy report, but the first one in is Vibovo, Ovan Vibovo, goalkeepers. Of course, I've recruited a coach to look for goalkeepers for the first months, as well as Dian Budiman, who has got a little bit of higher potential, but he's only 13 years old. The 16-year-old gets promoted to the first team. I have to promote all the players because we won't have a lot of choice, especially with a one-star scout. Apart from bringing in Reinders and Troy Aon, we've also sold a few players. John Mellish, Dylan McCoich, Jack Ellis, all go out on a permanent. We didn't get a lot of money for those three, but around a bit over $1 million actually, as well as Gabriel Breeze, who goes out on a loan. That is what is going to wrap up our first transfer window. I don't understand why we should have spent 8 million, because I never had 8 million in our budget here at Carlisle United, but oh well. Let's just wait and see, go through the season and hope we don't get absolutely smashed by every single team. We've actually still got 540k in our budget, so we can hire Jonas Kia, 3-star scout, who is going to go on a mission to find more Indonesian players. I'm actually quite happy with this. So in the first season itself, these are the kinds of talents we have found in the youth academy. Budiman, 1449 overall. We have a 16-year-old goalkeeper, Darmali, who can already get promoted to the senior team. All the others are too young. Tan is 78 to 84 potential, not too bad. And the striker, Hermanto, 14 years of age, 70 to 90 potential. Still a lot of room for him to grow and a lot of time until he gets promoted. In terms of the league, we've actually not done too badly. Finished in 8th place, just outside the playoffs. 67 points, 91 points go to MK Dons, who go up alongside Doncaster and Barrow. And Gillingham, Bradford, Salford and Swindon all make it out between themselves, who goes up alongside those three. But yeah, 8th place in the first season itself is really not too bad. 22 draws though killed us. In the end, it is Salford City going up, defeating Gillingham in the final of the League 2 playoffs. We are also taking part in the BSM Trophy, where Huddersfield have defeated Birmingham City in the final. We have been knocked out rock bottom with 0 points in the Northern Section group. The top scorer is Charlie Wyke, who is already 32 though. Armstrong is the second best scorer. Reinders, that is really nice to see. That is the most important thing. He scored 8 goals and 6 assists. Not too bad of a contribution. But I want to see, Choi Aon has grown to a 66. He scored 1 goal, but he's of course a left back. The main thing this season, the upcoming seasons as well, is to promote Indonesian players like Darmali and give them the starting spot. We might fall down a little bit because of the Indonesians, but as long as we're not promoted, I have no problem with it, because with this team getting promoted, we have Reinders and Choyan, who are not too bad, but the others, are not Indonesian players, and if we want to fill up the squad with Indonesians, then of course there will be some hits we have to take in terms of overall. Overall, we've not done too badly. The most important thing for me is the growth of the Indonesians, and the 2 left-sided players have delivered. So let's jump into Season 2 and hope that we can buy and develop more Indonesian players. Our first signing of Season 2 for an Indonesian player is going to be a midfielder. A bit of a weird animation here. The Rebuild Sombrero has even disappeared. But we are going in for Marcelino Ferdinand, 200k plus Callum Guy coming in to Carlisle United. The second player joining us this second season is a new centre-back. The first Indonesian centre-back we've got hold of. Coming in from Ipswich Town of all clubs for 960k, this Elkan Baggett joining us at Carlisle United once again. Just to be able to accommodate the player we've bought, Ferdinand, who is only 20, 62 rated, we have changed the formation into a 4-2-3-1 with Baggett in centre-back and, of course, Ferdinand at cam. Those 2 players will probably help us a lot this season, especially as we are now looking to further improve in terms of the league finish, but also in terms of the player development. The guys, the Baggetts of this world, the Ferdinands of this world, even the Vibovos on the bench, Darmali, I want to give at least one of those loan move. We've got a few new high potential players at the club, like this Tegu Amin guy. I'm converting him to a right back because we've already got a left back in the squad, a good one. We've got Tan, who already was at the club. Ali Johan is certainly a man to be really interested about and we can invest a lot of hope in. He's converting to a right midfielder, 17 years old. He's going to get promoted right away. On the other hand, we continue the clear out, selling a whole list of players like Luke Armstrong, Georgie Kelly, Jude Smith, Aaron Hayden, Callum Harris, Taylor Charters, Jordan Jones, and even Jack Robinson. All of those players have been sold, and then we've loaned out the 2 Indonesian Youth Academy players, Vibo and Darmali, 2 goalkeepers. At the end of the transfer window, we sign another 2 players just for squad depth purposes. A striker, backup. He's only 22, but he's also only 57 rated. He's called Rafael Struik and comes in from the Brisbane Roar to Carlisle United for 290k. As well as going in for yet another centre-back. 25-year-old, he's about the same overall than our starter, maybe even higher rated. by the name of J. Idzes, coming in from Venezia in Italy for 1.65 million. Yeah, Idzes actually, by the way, is much higher rated than Thomas, so he becomes a starter alongside Baggett. We have Amin on the bench. We've also got Johan on the bench, another Indonesian. And Andy Stroik guy. He's now on our reserves, actually, alongside another centre-back. The only thing I'm a bit complaining about is that we don't have a backup goalkeeper. I may just send one back from his loan, or trust Luis for the season. He's only 27 as well, the English goalkeeper. Overall, this team is getting more and more Indonesian. The left side, of course, the centre-backs. We've got right-back Davies, but we've also got Amin on the bench, the Indonesian. Neil is one of our highest-rated players, alongside Captain Vela. Ferdinand already in the camp spot, of course, the Indonesian. And then Burry still the striker up top. He's only 24, by the way, so we could keep hold of him for another couple of years until we find a good
actually been
striker.
promoted to League One on 81 points in third position, only 3 points off Gillingham in first. That is a season and a half. Stevenage win the BSM trophy over Wigan on penalties. We've actually made it into round 2 before getting knocked out on penalties as well by Shrewsbury. Looking at this squad, Reinders is the top scorer with 17 goals. He's up to a 71. Ferdinand up to a 66 with 16 goals. Burry with 14 from striker. That is a bit underwhelming for a striker, I have to say. White, this White guy, is going to retire also by the end of the season. It's going to be tough in League 1 with this squad, but at least we've gotten promoted. We show that we are better than League 2. Here it is again, look. No players in the youth report, even though it says 15 or something. The report is complete. I switched up to a better scout, 4-star, but yeah, that is what comes out. Corrupted report. Well, at least we've done well in the league. We finished in 9th place in season number 3 in our first League 1 season. 67 points. Not too bad, absolutely. We are only 5 points away from Bolton in the promotion playoffs. And the squad is not looking too bad either, especially the Indonesian left side is good. Idzes, the centre-back, is great as well. He's 27, 74 rated, Baggett 67. The centre midfield, we need to do something about that. Hopefully, because this season we couldn't. We didn't have any facilities there. Right back, right midfielder is great actually, Johan. Up to a 68. Neil 67, alright. Ferdinand has grown to 70. We've had 24 goals by Burry, 15 goals and 11 assists by Reinders, who is up to a 73. Johan comes in with 11 goals, 6 assists. Ferdinand 11 as well. Not bad from those Indonesians. 9th place in League 1 is great, but how will we go forward without the correct reports, with corrupted reports? I don't know, I have no idea. We'll have to find solutions there, lads. I've actually sold a few players this season. Gabriel Breeze and Harry Lewis, 2 goalkeepers, go out of the club, as well as Archie Davies, the right back, and I'm going to show to you why. Because if you look at our squad now, we have Amin, who could play at right back. Huzdadi, I'm trying to get the loan still, because I want to get Amin. He's got showing great potential on, so I want to get him the game time. Otherwise, we have Captain Robson still in the side alongside Neil. Couldn't upgrade, of course, because the youth academy was corrupted. But on the bench, we have a lot of youth academy players. Aguzalim, Gunardi. I don't know if any of these guys are going to get any good. But in goal, certainly, we have Darmali, who returned from loan as an 18-year-old, 65 rated, as high as Lewis, who just left us. And he's showing great potential as well. I want to harness that. So, guys, just to update you, we've got our scouts back here, our players from the scout. I've just had to hire another 4-star scout, another 3 million out of the window, but Adam Parkin has found us our first players. He's a 4-star scout, which is great. Well, the big players are finally coming in. Yandi Johan, 17 years old, 61 rated, 80 to 94 potential. He's going to get promoted immediately, the centre midfielder. Just like Setya Budi, CDM, 64 to 87 potential. Not the greatest potential, but he's already 64 rated. I'm just gonna promote the lads that are good enough, old enough actually, to go into the first 11. I found a lot of players so that we can fill up the season. Season 4, the squad is coming together nicely. Darmali already up to 71. Amin up to a 64. The players from here, the Indonesian Youth Academy, Setia Budi up to a 65. Not too bad actually. Joan up to a 71 as well. I can tell you that once again we have finished in a respectable 7th spot, just outside the playoffs, 1 point, and also just 6 points of league winners. Wigan Athletic, it was very tight at the top. Last season we did look at the BSM trophy. This season we have a look at it. Peterborough win that over Charlton Athletic, whilst we've been defeated in the quarterfinals by Peterborough. Well, Bury is still the man, the main man. He's really the unsung hero of this squad. 34 goals for him. Ferdinand with 13 and 13 up to 73. Joan with 10 and 3. We've also added a few good youth academy players, like this Gunnardi guy, who is only 14 though, so still a lot of time for him. Just like Rewood as well actually. 76 to 92 potential, also only 14. Was always going to be a very tough rebuild, a very long one. We were never going to finish this within 5 or 6 seasons. We are now going into the 5th season, still in League One, but I'm glad we've laid the foundations and we've laid them well as well. We need one more striker. I may have found it as well, so let's jump into Season 5. I've just got hold of a new free agent who just came up in the list. 17 years old, 63 rated centre midfielder, giving us yet more squad depth. I can't do a video without signing a free agent, it seems. Fajar Ali comes in on a free. I'm not going to change anything in terms of the starting 11, but what I am going to do is change the tactical preset to counter-attack, because I don't want to park the bus anymore. We finally found a great goalkeeping talent in Sudomo Mulyana, 85 to 91 potential, 17 years of age, 61 overall. Just like this Agus Sugiarto guy, who has also been promoted, 16 years of age, 59 overall, alongside Armando, who is showing great potential. Well, that's a much better season. 3rd place in the League One. We are in the playoffs, 94 points, 3 behind Stoke City and 8 behind Plymouth Argyle. However, we've been beaten by Lincoln City in the semi-finals of the promotion playoffs. That is unlucky. The BSM trophy goes to Wigan over Burton. We've actually been knocked out as the final place team in the Northern Section Group C. That was abysmal. Let's have a first look at the FA Cup, because I think we've done not too badly here as Arsenal defeat Brighton. We've actually went to the round 5, which is the round of 16, before getting tongued by West Ham, but not too bad actually of a achievement. On the other hand, in the Carabao Cup, it's been absolutely horrendous, getting knocked out by Stevenage in round 1. Ferdinand has been our top scorer with 31 goals this season. He's up to a 78 at the age of 24. Incredible. 21 for Bury. 13 for Johan, who is up to a 76. Reinders still with 12 goals. He's also up to a 78. We've actually been so close to getting promoted, but in the end, we were unlucky getting knocked out in the playoffs. We could have gone through automatically in the league in the first 2 positions, but in the end, we have to settle for 3rd and the promotion playoff semi-final exit. So guys, as you may notice, I have a new headset now. So we'll probably hopefully understand each other better now. But what I can tell you from this graphic, we are still not available to sign any of the Indonesian players that are on my shortlist here. Because most of the players are unwilling to relocate at this moment in time. And so we cannot do anything. We have to pay the release clause of this player, for example, but I don't want to get him. Kayadi, this guy is very interesting, but even here we can't do anything because the player is not willing to relocate, which sucks, but we have to get through. We've sold Denny Suzman, who goes away for 858k, and then loaned out a whole list of players like Mulyana, Sugiarto, Kuznaditan, Ermanto and Agus Salim, all just to get them some game time this season. Going into this 6th season, I think it is now, with this squad, I think it's good enough to get promoted. Hopefully, some players can still grow, like this Amin guy. Even Darmali, who is up to a 77, will be a League 1 goalkeeper still. Johan, 76. Ferdinand, 78. Reinders, 78. This team has to battle for promotion this season. These two players, Sonny Atmaja, as well as Vayan, who has now been found in the new CDM Youth Academy report, alongside Kuznadi, who is only 15 though, but the other two are going to get promoted right away. We've done it! We've finally done it, and in convincing fashion as well. 115 points. I don't even know, I think 28 points ahead of second place Peterborough. 28 points. 100 goals scored, 40 conceded, plus 60 goal difference. An absolute tonking we gave everyone else. Only 3 defeats in 46 games. Carabao Cup we got knocked out once again in round 1 by Crawley this time. And in the FA Cup we fall to Bolton in round 2. Our final appearance in the BSM Trophy, Bristol Rovers win that over Northampton. We've been knocked out by Blackpool in round 3. We are looking once again at top scorer Bury with 36, 29 for Ferdinand, 16 for Reinders, and even 15 for 79 rated Yuan, who is only 22 years as well. We are more than ready for the championship, as in season 7 we'll play our first right there. Finally, after so many seasons in League 1, we are up to the second highest division in England. This is the final Youth Scout report, and we are going to finally promote those 3 players, the last ones of the Indonesian generation, Gunardi, Tarigan and Kuznadi. Even though we are now eligible for transfers, even in the first leagues, so we can go for the best players, but with only 6 million, this is going to be really, really tough. And so the only thing we've done in this transfer window is loading out, once again, a whole loan army here established. Vayan, Gunardi, Banaglila, Gunardi, Tariga, Johan, Vibovo, Kuznadi and Iraban. By the way, that is not the Johan right midfielder, it's a centre midfielder. And he goes to PSV, he's already 72 rated. Not a bad side to have on loan. So that is our starting 11, our bench as well. We don't have any reserves, as most of them are on loan. Just that is the most effective thing. We have some weaknesses, like in the CDM spots, in the centre back spots maybe. The right back, Amin, is still growing a lot. Ferdinand and Johan both 82 and 80 rated. Not very old either. Reinders at 29, he's 79 rated. And then apart from Neil, Bury is the only non-Indonesian player in the whole starting 11. Darmali. It's our first season in the championship, and we are right away promoted to the Premier League. What has happened here? So many years in League 1. We go to the championship, and right away we get promoted as second best. Carlisle United in second place. Brentford go up as absolutely dominant, 107 points, but we are right behind on 89 points in second, ahead of Southampton. Liverpool win the FA Cup over Brighton. Here we've been beaten by Leeds in round 3. And Liverpool also win the Carabao Cup over Man United. I think the 2 finals, if I'm not mistaken, no, Brighton were the other opponent, but Liverpool win the double here. We've made it into round 2 before getting knocked out by Brentford, still not good in the cups. 30 goals for Bury this season, 21 for Ferdinand, 15 for Johan, and 14 for Reinders. These have been our 4 top scorers. Our rise in the past couple of years has been great. That shows that we've done things the right way here in the Indonesian rebuild. And in season number 8, we will be, for the first time, in the Premier League. I've just gone on and signed the centre-back regen, free agent. He's only 20, I just found him right now. By the name of Ovantan, coming in here at Carlisle United for €0. And so apart from once again unleashing our loan army here, 6 loan moves we've completed, we've also sold a few players. Namely, Tyler Bury, our most reliable player, the striker up top. He's now 30 years old, we got 12 million for him from Zaragoza in Spain. Otherwise, we've done small deals for players that don't have that much potential. Precisely, we now have 35 million in our budget already. This is where we sign a crucial player for present as well as future. A player from Bayern Munich. We can now, of course, go in for the biggest fish there are in Indonesian football, finally. He's 20 years old, Susanto Kayadi, coming in for 28 million from the Premier League to the Premier League. We are also going for the 4-3-3 attacking formation so that we can put Johan in here, a talented centre midfielder, 20 years old, 74 overall. Ferdinand is already 84 rated, and Hermanto is now the new man up top, with Struig as his backup. He's of course a downgrade compared to Bury, but still 72 rated, 4 overall less, but only 20 years of age. Reinders and Johan, the two wingers, but where is the big man? Here he is, Kayadi, goes onto the bench for now. He's of course oh boy, our first Premier League season has been an absolute disaster, guys. 19th, second bottom, 29 points, 87 goals conceded. Nah, that is just too much. In the FA Cup we got knocked out by Blackburn Rovers in round 5. In the Carabao Cup we actually made it to round 4 before getting knocked out by Portsmouth. What I really want to know though is what happened here. 17 goals for Hermanto is the top scorer, Reinders with 15, 10 and 14 for Ferdinand. Maybe the sale of the strike of Bouvy was the problem, but actually Hermanto with 17 is not too bad. I can already see the defense being the problem. Tan has only grown by 1, it says he's already 32. Amin is the only really promising one alongside Darmali. We were actually quite unlucky in my opinion to get relegated this season, so next season we may stand a strong chance of getting promoted once again back in, I think it's already season 8 or 9 that we are going into. Finally we've actually bought a decent centre back. He's already 31, that's the only downside to this. I had him on my shortlist from day 1. It's a centre back by the name of Mees Hilgers coming in from SC Freiburg in Germany for 25 million. If this squad with Hilgers and Itzes as the centre backs, Hilgers 31, 82 rated, and Itzes 81 rated, doesn't get promoted, I don't know what to do really. I've actually once again sold 2 players, Ovan Vibovo and Ginting, 2 players without a lot of potential, Vibovo already 24, and then loaned out 3 players, Tarigan, Admadja, 2 defensive players, 1 CDM, 1 centre back, and Vayan, another CDM. That's what I want to see. 103 points, first place in the championship. We go up alongside Leicester City, Southampton, Coventry, Middlesbrough and Sunderland. Make it out between themselves who goes up alongside us. We've already been knocked out in round 3 of the FA Cup by Chelsea, but actually made it to the quarter-finals of the Carabao Cup before getting knocked out by Liverpool. I mean, Susanto Kayadi has really delivered this season. 39 goals for him, 24 Tengu Hermanto, who has grown to an 82, and 18 and 19 for an 89 rated left winger Dikita Joan. This has been the season we needed after that relegation. First in the league, quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. I'm really hopeful that next season will be better when we are back in the Premier League. As our first and probably only signing of this season, our return into the Premier League, we sign an exciting prospect. He is 17, 65 rated, a cam by the name of Adrian Lubis, coming in from Borussia Mönchengladbach for 2.1 million. There is one player I really want to sign, Eka Amin, but he's rated 87, 27 years of age, 85.9 million, which is too much. He's really in the prime of his career. I want to get him in the next few years though. So this is our team right now. Choaon is getting old on the left, but he's 80 rated. Itzes is also not the youngest anymore. Hilgers the same actually. Amin is 24, so he's in the prime. Just like Darmali at 85 overall. Ferdinand still 87 rated. Johan 79 at 22. Setya Budi 72. We have Hermanto, our promising striker, at 82 rating. And then the wings, who are absolutely class. We've actually had quite a big clear out here this season. Bagger, Tarigan, Iravan, Hermanto, another Hermanto, and Vayan all go out. Because, yeah, we have to cut ties with the guys who are not good enough at this level anymore. Alongside loaning out a few promising players, like Muliana, who is actually an exciting prospect. Sugiarto showing great potential. Danny Kuznadi as well. He's a CDM, goes on loan. Just like what even is this table at the end of the Premier League season? Our return to the Premier League. We are in 5th place, on same points than Chelsea in 4th, same points than Bournemouth in 6th, 3 points ahead of Man United and 2 points behind Arsenal. a crazy season here. Manchester City are the Premier League champions, but we have done very well. The FA Cup goes to Man City over West Ham. We've made round 5, which is the round of 16, before getting knocked out by Spurs on pens. However, we made the Carabao Cup final, where we got destroyed by Man City 5-2, but our first final in this rebuild, all Indonesian rebuild. Let's have a quick look at European competitions where we will be next season. The Champions League goes to Aston Villa over Inter. The Europa League goes to Roma on penalties over Liverpool. And the Conference League is Basel upsetting Porto in the final. Once again, we are looking at 26 goals. I changed Susanto Kayadi's position to a right winger. He scored 26. Hermanto with 20 is up to an 86 as well. Johan 92 rated, 12 goals. Upon our return to the Premier League, we've had a tremendous season. 5th in the Prem, and final of the Carabao was great. Next season, hopefully with the addition of European football, we will still have a great Premier League campaign. Let's jump into already season 11. We've once again sold 2 players. Dian Setiabudi goes to Antalyaspor in Turkey, and Hendra Gunardi to Ipswich Town. 2 players that have done and fulfilled their purpose, but now it's time to go. And we've got 83 million in our budget with 1 player in mind, that is for sure. Here is our guy, the man we absolutely wanted. A new centre back. I showed you him before. He's 28 by this point, 87 rated. Our main man at centre back, Eka Hakim Amin, coming in from SSC Napoli for 78 million. Making our bench stronger as well, Itzaz is now there. Muliana, 22, 81 rated, the goalkeeper. The team is coming together nice, even Reinders on the bench. Hilges and Amin now the centre-back partnership. Chowaon at the age of 32 still growing. Amin as well. The only part of the problem I see here is Ali at centre midfield. The only one who really is dragging this team down. But I can't really put Neil there because he's not a CM, and he's also retiring at the end of the season. It is, by the way, confirmed we will play in the Europa League this season. I hope we push for top 4 this season. Instead, we finish in 6th position on 58 points. We are 4 points behind Arsenal in 4th. I mean, yeah, we just don't come that step forward. Manchester City once again the champions, ahead of Brighton and Fulham. What a wacky top 4. The FA Cup this season goes to Brentford over Liverpool. We've been knocked out by Spurs. Of course we had to face a top club. Spurs knock us out in round 3. Dortmund lose the Champions League final to Real Madrid. We finish in 1st place in the UEFA Europa League phase. Wow, went straight to the round of 16 where we defeated Lech Poznan. Quarterfinals we smashed Eintracht Frankfurt. Semi-finals we even defeated Inter to face Juventus. And we will be in the Champions League next season. 2-0 win over Juve in the Europa League final. Brilliant, lads. Finally, the Conference League goes to Spain, to Getafe over Bournemouth. We've won also, I nearly forgot that, we've won the Carabao Cup over Manchester City. So 2 trophies this season. The stats have been incredible. Johan, 93 overall, 30 goals, 10 assists. 20 goals by 90 rated Hermanto. What a striker he is. Kayadi with 18 goals, 14 for Ferdinand. The top 4, the front 4, shall I say, have been amazing. Even Johan, the midfielder, up to an 81 at the age of 24. This squad will be playing Champions League football. There's only one position that I want to upgrade, which is Ali. But I'm not sure I will be able to. That is one thing we have to consider, of course. 2 trophies this season, 6th place in the Premier League is alright if you consider that we've won both the Carabao as well as the big one, the Europa League, which will give us the opportunity to go to the Champions League in season 12. What a rebuild this is. So the starting 11 for next season, for this Champions League season, actually stays the same. We have Ilga still at centre back, but Lubis comes in. He's actually a cam, but he will play in centre midfield. It's a bit of a shame that you can't change around the positions, otherwise I would have made him a cam. I've actually also sold Fajar Ali so that he doesn't take game time from the 2 in midfield there. And Eka Tarigan, who goes to Atlanta. Well, after 23 games in the Premier League, we are in first place, 46 points, 2 points out of Chelsea. We are the front runners. On the other hand, in the Champions League, we finish in 12th position on 14 points. Not far behind Juventus, only 1 point behind 8th place. But yeah, it is, in the end, the playoff position. A lot of work ahead of us with a fantastic front three. Just look at those players. Even the defense is good. The goalkeeper is 90 rated as well. Lubis is the only weak spot, if you can call him that, in midfield. But we will face VfL Wolfsburg in the playoff round. First away from home. And we get a 3-2 win. Hermanto Marcelino and Joaon with our goals. A 3-2 away win looks good on the surface, but it's still dangerous. Second leg at home at Brunton Park. Can we at least get a draw here? Yeah, we get a win, actually. We were behind, that's what I tell you. But Kayadi and Dermanto have turned it around. 5-3 on aggregate. We proceed to the round of 16. And of course, in the round of 16, we had to face PSG. First at home at Brunton Park. I am a bit worried about left back and centre midfield, but let's just wait and see how we fare. It's a 2-all draw, actually, not too bad. We were ahead twice, Kayari and Hermanto, but Bonny and Stewart give PSG twice the equaliser, and it's all square going back to Paris. Second leg time at the Parc des Princes, 2-all from the first leg. Will we advance here? Yes, actually, we will advance to the quarterfinals. Hermanto and Kayadi give us a 4-3 win, a shock win over PSG. Well, not so shock. We are the Premier League leaders by all means as well. Again, a French club in the quarterfinals. It is Marseille this time at the Stade Vélodrome first. With an unbelievable team we've got here. And it's a 1-all draw. Mastantuono with the equaliser later on for Marseille. Equalising the Hermanto goal for Carlisle. And it's all square once again. Here it is then. Brunton Park return leg. Quarterfinal time. Can we get into the semis, the promised land? Yes, it's a Hermanto brace bringing us through to the semis. 3-1 on aggregate. We dispatch Olympique Marseille. We're actually quite close to the Champions League final, facing Juventus in the semis. Once again, the first leg at Brunton Park, and it's a 2-1 win. We go ahead in the first leg. We defend our territory at Carlisle United, at Brunton Park. Joyce, I don't know this guy, scored for Juventus, but Johan and Hilga score for us. Hilga's the centre-back, must have been a header, giving us the winner here in the first leg. We've got the opportunity to make dreams come true at Juventus Stadium. Can we hold on to the lead from the first leg? Yes, it's a 1-all draw, which means that we are in the Champions League final with Carlisle United. Kayadi gave us the lead. Zeremri with the equaliser, but it doesn't matter. The all-Indonesian side of Carlisle United has done it. The Champions League final sees us face Borussia Dortmund on the 31st of May 2036. There are actually not a lot of seasons left here before career mode shuts down, so I would say the intention is to win the Champions League final. On the other hand, we've actually done it. We've won the Premier League ahead of Brentford in the end. 71 points, that's a very low points total. Only 7 losses all season long is what gave us that title. Arsenal in third, Chelsea in fourth, but we are finally, after 12 grinding seasons. The FA Cup goes to Brentford over Spurs on penalties. We've actually made it to the quarterfinals round 6 before getting knocked out by Brentford. The Carabao goes to Arsenal over Southampton. This time we didn't make it into the final. We lost to Leicester City on penalties in round 4. Looking at the other European competitions, Nice win the Europa League over Sociedad, while the Conference League goes to Fiorentina over Utrecht. Stats this season, once again, have been amazing. Kayadi with 37 goals in 64 appearances, 33 for Hermanto, who is up to a 92, 16 for Johan, 10 and 12 for Ferdinand, who has grown to a 91. He's a real-life player, by the way. And so here it is, all hands on deck, Estadio Santiago Bernabeu, Carlisle United, facing off with an all-Indonesian team against Borussia Dortmund. Ferdinand looking for the pass into Hermanto. This is Hermanto. Reverse into Ferdinand now. Ferdinand. Hermanto 1-0. Crazy good goal. A bit of luck involved, but it's 1-0 to Carlisle United. Just about 20 minutes on the clock. A lot of luck, but a great reverse ball here. That was lucky. Pressed X for the first time. Rebounded off the defender, but then we got another chance and an easy tap-in for Hermanto. Bellingham, Jude Bellingham playing for Borussia Dortmund. How crazy is that? But now Kowalski with the equalizer. 1-0. 33rd minute, Kowalczyk. Careful, Dortmund with a nice 1-2 into Kowalski. Kowalski looking for Yildiz. Great save, keeper. Great piece of trickery on the side here against Yildiz against Amin. Yildiz still on the ball. Still this Yildiz guy. Must be a regen or something. Yildiz puts it wide, but it was dangerous. Amin now looking for the counter-attack. Not like that, though, not like that. The center is open again. The middle is open and Kowalski punishes us. It's 2-1 to Dortmund. Kowalczyk, the Lewandowski regen, with a brace. We are still there. We are still alive. Amin. Now Hermanto. Great ball into Ferdinand. This is a chance. Ferdinand. 2-2. The captain Marcelino Ferdinand with the equalizer. 82nd minute. I've actually switched up the formation and brought on Kuznadi, a CDM who has grown to an 80 overall. Ferdinand still at cam. Johan is at the -1, but I don't care. I've brought off Lubiz just to give us more balance in the midfield. Great ball by Darmali, the keeper. Now into Hermanto, holding it up. Looking for Johan on the wing. Still Johan, going forwards. Looking for the back post. This is Kayadi. Well, where does he have that? Where did he have that? That was the chance of the game. I mean, they are just playing the ball around. I think we haven't touched the ball once in extra time so far. Well, in the second part. Still Dortmund. Now we have touched the ball. That should be it, actually. Referee, come on. It's a penalty shootout again on this channel. We go first through Ferdinand. The captain will take responsibilities. At first, against Kobel, he clearly scores that easily. Now Roberto must have come on for Dortmund. Roberto scores 1-0. Keeper went the right way, but still too much power on it. Now Hermanto, at a certain speed this circle is going. Hermanto against Kobel, no problem there. 2-1. This is Barco. Barco. Oh, the keeper saves that. Barco wanted to cheekily chip him there, but he didn't let that do with himself. Now Johan with a chip. That works. That is how you chip, my friend Barco. Now Cremashi, the American. Cremashi, we save it. We've saved 2 pens in a row. Now Kayadi, the superstar, the best scorer of the season, with the chance to seal the deal and make Carlisle United the Champions League winners. There it is. 4-1 on penalties. We've let them no chance. The keeper, our keeper is one of the heroes. He's held 2 penalties. He's saved 2 penalties. And we are the Champions League winners. With Carlisle United using only Indonesian players. It was an absolute blast to do that, lads. But it took me a whole lot of time. A whole universal time here. Because I did that in 3 days, guys. I wasn't able to do that quicker, but in the end it was really worth it. It took me so much time, so much effort. But Carlisle United are the Champions League winners, and the Indonesian rebuild is finally done. Indonesia on top of the world. Carlisle United on top of the world. But lads, please show me some love, show me some recognition by subscribing to the channel. Also comment if you like to see different things. But I am going to leave you alone. I'm going to sleep now. It's been really, really tough for me. And yeah, but I love to do it. I absolutely love to do it. It was a great rebuild. The Champions League trophy is there to be lifted by Captain Marcelino, the man who scored a goal as well in the final. We've done it. He scored his pen in the shootouts. And I'm going to say until next time, guys. It's been Rebuild Sombrero. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm out.
Why don't you just